Good morning, everyone. So let us start our lesson. From the political science lesson number 3, India's defense system. Okay, now we have already discussed about this India's foreign policy, and then what are the different factors which influence the foreign policy. Okay, then we have also discussed about the political development in the post World War. We've discussed all the things. Okay, but when we are discussing about foreign policy, that time one important point we have discussed, that is called as national interest. Okay, so in that the two factors were important. The first is the defense, and the second is the economic development. So, one of the factor which is important for the national interest, we are going to discuss today. That is India's defense system. Okay, so now before discussing anything about the chapter, let me explain you why there is a need for defense system in a country. uh, we all know there is a lot of aggression took place from the neighboring nations and some other countries to the one's own nation. Not only this, there are sometimes the problem arises from the country within the country itself, and it tries to hindrance the structure of the society. Okay, so it is very important to control this unrest. And so for that, it is important that defense system should be strong. Okay, so defense system should be there not only to resolve the aggression or fight with aggression or the unrest from the outside, but for the internal unrest too. Okay, so now first point, which is we are going to discuss in the chapter, India's defense system is what is national security. Now, why there is a need for national security? First, we have to keep this in mind. Okay, as we have discussed, international system is very important. We have discussed what is international system. Okay, and it is made up of sovereign nations. Okay, but still, sometime it happens there is a conflict between two nations. Okay, and it is very important to during the conflict situation that we should safeguard our own nation. Okay, so this conflict can be of any type. It can be regarding boundaries, it can be regarding water sharing, it can be regarding that some other dispute. So these things happen. Okay, and some it for and during this situation, what happened? Uh, n- the refugees from neighbor countries are coming. Okay, there is a competition against each other continuously. Okay, so because of this, what happened? Whenever this kind of conflict arises, so there is a need to be resolved by compromise or discussion. Okay, first the first thing to solve, or the first way to solve any conflict is to uh, through the discussion or compromise. But even after doing these two things, the situation is not get resolved, so there is a need for the war. Okay, so when a war attacks another and challenges the sovereignty of the later, another country, it endangered the security of the nation. Okay, now what happened because of this? It is very important that we should first take care of our own nation. Okay, and for that, security system should be well prepared always, and it should be ready for the war anytime. War can happen anytime, so it is very important that the security system should be ready. So, what is a security system? National security. National security is a nation's first duty to respond, and responsibility is to keep the security system always well prepared and ready. This is called as national security. Why we have to be well prepared and ready always? Because anytime, any moment, war can be happen, uh, and it is very important that time we should be ready. Am I right? I hope you have understood this point. What is national security and in which condition, uh, for what condition it is important. Okay, so now let us move to the next point, that is ways to safeguard national security. Now there are different ways to safeguard national security. First is national security and geographical boundaries. Okay, national security is closely related with geography. How it is related with the geography? Because geographically we nations are close. Okay, so it is very important that a nation must assess the threat to its geographical boundary and the source of the threat. Okay, if some threatening situation is arises, so it is very important that the government should look over there and try to find out the source of that particular situation. Okay, now the second is the use of modern technology. Now, what happened? Why there is a need of modern technology during in the terms of weapons and amenities? Now, what happened because of modern technology? Now, nowadays, the people are using bomb and gun and different things. And now, if we use bows and arrows, it will be okay? No, it cannot be. So, it is very important. We should modernize our technology in the field of defense system also, because it helps to get more and more powerful. Okay, it helps us to make our country more powerful, and it helps to safeguard our national security. Okay, resolving conflict by taking resource to war. Okay, now as we have discussed, we first try to solve our problem with the negotiation, with the compromise discussion. But if the thing is not get resolved with this, so it is very important that we should resolve with the war. Okay, why? Because we want to safeguard our nation. Okay, now sometimes what happened because of this condition, we are not able to secure our internal peace. So in that situation we took help from someone else. Is that clear? It understood, all of you, all the ways of safeguard to safeguard national security. Okay, so these are the some introduction. Now let us discuss this India's security system. Okay, now let me know what you know about India's security system. Which are the different things we use to secure ourselves? Okay, Simran, you want to say? Let me unmute you. Yes, Simran.
Ma'am, Indian security systems include the Army, Navy, Air Force, etc.
Yes, very good. It has three important things. That is military organization. Someone has given answer. Very good. India's security system includes the three main body, that is Army, Navy, and Air Force. Army used to secure the land boundaries. Boundaries. Okay, Navy, the coastal areas, and the Air Force, the sky space of the country. So these are the three important security system of India. Okay, so now let us discuss India's security system. Okay, India's security system discuss the three, the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. Now, what is the responsibility? We have already discussed that Army will discuss with the geographical boundary, Navy with the coastline area, and the Air Force will protect the airspace. Now, there are different things are given in the different positions are given in these three armies. Okay, now before discussing that, it is very important to explain you one important point, that India's defense system, that in which the army is a very big. Indian army is very big, and it is the world's seventh largest army in the of India. Now, there are different position I told. We will discuss the position of the army. So, the chief is known as general. The chief of navy is known as admiral, and while the chief of air force is known as chief marshal. These are the three chiefs who are appointed by. Yes, any answer? Who appoint all the three chiefs? General, admiral, and marshal. Yes, very good. Not government, beta. It is appointed by president. Okay, they are the main person. They are the chief. Under that, there are different colonel, major, like this. Different people are going to come. Okay, that you have to find out. Which are the different posts under the army, which are the different posts under the navy, and which are the different posts under the air force. Is that clear? Okay, now president is considered as the supreme commander of the defense system. So whatever the decisions which have to be taken during the war or peace, it cannot be done without the consent of the president. Why? Because it represent the civil power. Okay, and in a democratic country, civil power considered as a supreme power. That is why it is very important whatever the decision should be taken in the relation with the uh, armed forces, it should be taken by the president. Now we have done a lot of things to modernize our defense system. We have now also we have done a lot of things to modernize our defense system to protect our boundary. Okay, now what happened? Many training institutions were also set up to train the people, to give them a platform where they can come and try to join with our national security system. Okay, for example, that is National Defense Academy, National Defense College. Okay, these are the some examples and many other things. Even our colleges, they have different courses related to the army. For example, NCC. Okay, these are the two important courses which help students to get join with the military. Those who want to join. Okay. Now the next, that is paramilitary forces. Now the paramilitary forces is something different from the military forces. These three are different and paramilitary force is different. Now what is different? They are neither completely military forces nor completely civil forces. Hence they are called as paramilitary forces. Okay, understood? They are not completely civil force. They are not completely military force. Is that clear? Now it includes different, the border security, that is BSF, the Coast Guard, the General Reserve Police Force, the Rapid Action Force, and the National Cadet Corps, that is NCC. Okay, so these are the some different types of paramilitary force. Now first we will discuss about the border security force, that is BSF. What they are doing, they are given tasks to create a sense of security in the mind of the people living in areas near the border by preventing smuggling, patrolling the border, etc. Okay, might you have seen in the different movies related to army and navy, means related to defense system, in which you can heard this word BSF. Okay, in program also sometime it is used. Okay, now after that the Coast Guard. Now from the name only we can understand they are going to safeguard our coastal areas. Okay, so Coast Guard. Now for which task is been given? Now we have already discussed in the our English chapter about that the lesson related to the turtle, sea turtle, a true story of sea turtle. In that we have discussed the smuggling was done, the silver bricks. So this, that who are going to manage all this, the fishing occupation, then preventing smuggling along the sea route. It is going to be managed by the Coast Guard. They will going to look upon all these things which should not be happened in the coastal areas. Then CRPF, that is Central Reserve Police Force. I hope you have know this. You have heard this also many a time. Okay, these all words are now common in the present situation because there are many riots, there are many pandemic situations are coming, and that is why it is very important. They are playing a very important role. These all paramilitary forces are playing a very important role in this present situation. Okay, so the Central Reserve Police Force helps the administration in various states to maintain law and order. Okay, so see, even though they belong to the military, they are working at the not on the national level, but at the lower level also, at the national level also. That is why they are called as paramilitary forces. Now, RAF, that is Rapid Action Force. Now, which task has been given to this force? To bring people's life to normalcy by moving in a quickly of incident of threat to normal security, such as national security, such as bomb blasts or riots. Okay, now recently, not now, means 10 to we can take example of year 2005, than the 1990s. Okay, there are many riots, many bomb blasts, and different threatening activities has been done. So that time, in that situation, how to bring all the situation, all the life, uh, common to bring the common people's life in a proper normal life. It is the person was the force which is going to play the role, that is Rapid Action Force. They perform a very big task. No, no, Samruddhi. Uh, the National Cadet Corps has been established with the purpose of instilling among students the love of discipline and military training. We have already discussed that. NCC. Okay, so when you will join your junior college, so some junior college provide this also, that facility of joining NCC, National Cadet Corps. So they are going to give training up regarding, there are many different camps related to the army now, that is and they are going to train everything about the army. It is a kind of giving up basic training related to the army. Okay, so if you are interested, you can join. It is for both girls and boys, both can join in the schools and colleges, or the NCC. Okay, now defense system is also uh, started in the your school also. They are going to explain all some small information about the. Yes, yes, very good. Okay, now let's discuss the home guard. Now, home guard is something different from the two we have discussed, the paramilitary force and the our national security force. Home guard is here anyone can join. Any citizen can join, but the age limit is there, that is 20 to 35 years. Between this age, anybody can join. And this organization was established in pre-independence period. Okay, and there is no criteria that you are a woman or man. Uh, Anybody can join in this. Now, what are the different tasks they are going to do? They maintain the public security, supply of milk, water, and other essential services during the riots and strikes, to regulate traffic, to help people at the time of natural disaster like floods, earthquake, etc. Okay, so these are also playing a very important role. Okay, now you can see the home guard. They do not have a uniform height. Okay, some are taller, some are smaller. So as everyone can join, so that is why there is no uniformity for that. No other criteria. You must be a citizen of India and you must have a willing to do something for the society, so you can join the home guard. Okay, I hope we have discussed till this much the different things of the national security, the our three forces, then paramilitary forces and home guards. Okay, I hope all of you understood this much. Just put yes if you understood. So let us move further. Okay, now let's move to the next. Now there are different challenges we have already discussed when we are doing the introduction, that there are different challenges for the security of a nation. So now we are going to discuss some challenges to India's security system. First, solve. Okay, now from the time of independence, there is a threatening situation with our two important neighboring nations, that is Pakistan and China. Okay, so every time we are in a situation of war with the both of our neighboring nations. Many disputes also took place between India and Pakistan related to the Kashmir issue. Everyone knows. Then about the river water sharing, Satluj River, that is common between the India and Pakistan. Then after that, problem of infiltration. Infiltration means removing something which is wastage. Then dispute regarding the border also. And this issue is still continuing and we are trying to negotiate We are trying to discuss with and solve issue, and sometimes we have to do war too. So this is one of the important challenge before India's security. Now the second important challenge, as we discussed already, that we have two neighboring nations, and these two neighboring nations we always threaten for our national security. First we have discussed about the Pakistan. Now about the second is China. India and China is also important country of Asia. Now what happened in the year 1962? We have war with China. Now, what was the reason? Because China want to dominate over the countries that are India's neighbor. Okay, and because of that, there is a tension arises between the Sino-Indian relation, Chinese-Indian relation. Okay, and so there is a dispute also happened between India and China. Now, recently also we can see the example. There's a still dispute is going on between India and China regarding the Ladakh area, right? Now, this the next point, that is external security and internal security. Uh, when we are doing the introduction part, that time only we have discussed that we have to safeguard our external security also and internal security also. Okay, because we have not uh, problem with outside of ours only, but there are many internal problems also which can cause uh, hindrance to our national security. For example, religion. There's a many riots took place on the basis of religion. Then regionalism, rebellious movement based on different ideology. Then economic inequality, then very important, that is Naxalite movement. We can take an example. We have already studied about this. The next Naxalite movement is also one of the biggest threat for India's internal security. Yes, very good, Aryan. Communalism is also one of the problem for the India's security. Now the next, a very big problem. It is not only the problem of India, but it is a problem of whole world. That is terrorism. Okay, and India is doing a lot of work to get away from this particular thing. That is terrorism. Is that clear? Now we have discussed about security. Okay, India security. But about when we are discussing that India security or nation security, so about whom we are talking, to whom we want to safeguard. Yes, just put in a chat box. When we're talking about a nation security, so about whose security we are talking, to whom we want to secure. Yes, very good, Balaji Simran. We want to secure citizens, we want to secure humans. So next point is human security. The idea that a conducive environment, a favorable environment, should be created for everybody to live a respectable life. Okay. Yeah. So now what happened? The concept of national security become broader and it includes human security too. Okay, now as it includes human security, so it refers to human centric thinking. Means whatever the thing is going to be thought, that should in the center should be human. Okay. So in human security, it is expected that human beings should be protected from all sorts of dangers. They should get a good opportunity of education, health, development, everything. And it also include we have discussed that it should provide respectable life. How a person get a respectable life? When he or she overcome illiteracy, means literacy is a very important point. Then there should not be poverty. Poverty should be eradicated from the society. Then superstition, we have a lots of superstition, even it is a for 21st century, uh, but still there are many superstitions prevail in a society, and it is very uh, bad to say that most of the superstitious activities are done generally by the uh, no, not generally we can say, but it is the superstition activity is also done by the literate people, okay, educated people also. So it is very important that we should eradicate the superstitious belief, that backwardness, okay, and it is very important to provide right to the minorities and weaker section of the society, so the concept of human security can be fulfill its objective in a true manner. Is that clear? Understood human security. What is human security? Human security is something which talks about the development of humankind. Now, as we have discussed, that there is challenges before India's security. So, there are some challenges for human security also. Okay, these are the problem which we have discussed. That is poverty, illiteracy, superstition, backwardness. These are the problem. Now we are going to discuss the challenges. Which are the challenges for the human security? Yes, first very important, terrorism. Now what is the terrorism? We always heard terrorism, terrorism, terrorism. What is the terrorism? Terrorism in the sense something which terrorize. Okay, it create a fear in the mind of a common man, innocent people. Okay, fear of death, fear of to get killed. Okay, now what happened when? Yes, blackmailing the country. Very good, Sarvesh. Now, what happened when there was a bomb blast? Uh, happened or a riot happened. So in that situation, a common man is very afraid to go outside of the house also. Okay, so this should not be done. We have to eradicate the terrorism. Okay, because terrorism creates a feeling of insecurity, and it is very important to end the terrorism from the society. So it is a very biggest challenge before the human security. Because of terrorism, human security cannot be preserved. Okay. Now after that, the second is pollution and other changes in environment. Okay, now because of pollution, what happened? The ozone layer, the problem of layer, then environmental change, climate change, many different problems are took place. And not only this, many diseases like AIDS, chikungunya, swine flu, Ebola are the biggest challenge. And now in present situation, the biggest challenge before the whole world is coronavirus, that's COVID-19. Okay, so it is also a threat for the human security. So to protect human being from all these factors is called as human security. Is that clear? Everyone understood? Okay, now for protecting or to overcome the challenges of human security, As we already know that the United Nations of organization has been organized, and now nowadays it plays a very important role during the pandemic situation of the COVID-19. So it helps, the United Nations helps to uh, ensure human security, and it makes many efforts. These efforts we are going to discuss in our next chapter, that is United Nations. Okay, so this much is understood. I hope everyone.